Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I want to cut this beautiful asymmetrical blouse. It's a kimono, it's a one-side kimono blouse. It has a drawstring by the side. Okay, so I want to make this video very simple and easy and well understood. Okay, so we'll start on the length of the blouse. You have to know the length of the blouse you are cutting. So on this video, the length of the blouse is 25 inches. So before I'll mark that 25 inches, I'll come down from this point by 2 inches. So from this line now, I'll get the length of my blouse, which is 25 inches. So after marking 25 inches for the blouse length, all I will mark now is my shoulder line. So from here I'll mark my shoulder. The shoulder line is 16 inches divided by 2. That will give me 8 inches. Then I'll bring it down. From shoulder I'll mark my bust line. That's 9 inches. So I'll connect the shoulder line. So after this, I'll come in, I'll divide this line into 2 and mark the midpoint. That's 4.5. From the 4.5, I'll come in by ½ inch. Then after coming in by ½ inch, the next thing is to divide my bust into 4. My bust is 46 divided by 4 will give me 11.5. So this is 11.5. Then I'll connect the armhole from this point to this ½ inch that I come in to this shoulder line. So after marking my armhole, the next thing is to mark my half length. That's the waistline. So the half length is 16 inches. So after marking 16 inches, I will now divide my waist into 4. My waist measurement is 44 divided by 4 will give me 11. I'll connect it. Then the hip measurement. The hip measurement is 48 divided by 4 will give me 12 inches. So I'll connect the lines. Then remember I told you this top is a drawstring. So in order to get the fullness for the drawstring, I'm going to extend this blouse length. I'll be extending it with 9 inches. So I'll mark 9 inches. So on this 9 inches, I'll be marking my hip measurement here also. That's 12 inches. And I'll connect it back to the hip line. Then on this blouse, I don't want the blouse to be tight on me. I want it to be free on me. So I'll be adding allowance for the freeness and the allowance for the sewing for the joining rather. So allowance for freeness, 1 inch will be okay. Then 1 inch for sewing allowance, that's 2 inches. So I'll be adding 2 inches both on the full length, the hip line, the waistline, and on the bust line. So I'll connect the both lines together. And I will extend my armhole. After this, then on this full length, I will come up by 2 inches and I'll carve it in for the blouse to relax very well. So this is the full body, the full measurement, the full marking for the front bodies. Now we'll go back to the neck. To get the neck now, I'll first of all get the shoulder, the sleeve length. Remember, one side is kimono. You understand? So from this shoulder I'll add the length of the sleeve. So I'll be adding extra 10 inches together with the folding allowance. 10 inches. Then the sleeve opening, I will do 11 inches for the sleeve opening. So this is 10 inches from the shoulder line, the armhole line, 10 inches. Then from the sleeve line I will get the sleeve opening. So to get the neck, I've already marked out 2 inches here. I've already from this line, from this neckline, I'll come out by 2 inches. Then from this shoulder line, I'll come in by 1 inch. So from this 1 inch is for shoulder slope. So from this 1 inch, I'll connect this down to this point. I don't know if you're getting me. I'll connect this down to this point. From here down to this point. I hope you can see that. So the reason for this line neckline is because one side of the neckline is high. All right, that's the sense of this. So right now I'll be cutting this out. I'll be cutting this out from this line. So this shoulder slope, I will extend it down to this part. I will extend it down to this part. This is for the shoulder slope. So I'll be cutting this down to here, then to the sleeve opening. So on this sleeve opening, this angle, I'm going to curve it in because I'm not going to cut it as it is sharp. So I'm going to curve it in like this. Then I'll be cutting it. So I'll cut it now for you to see the look. Then we'll proceed. So after cutting it out this thing, the beauty of this dress is that you can wear it, you can wear any side you like. So I will now open it. I'll open it and keep it this way for you to understand and be able to see it. Okay, so this is the side I have shock, and this side. So for the dollma side, I'll come in by 5 inches and mark 5 inches. So from this 5 inches, I'll connect it down to this point, or you can as well come in by 6 inches. Remember, I'm going to fold this part, so I decided to come in by 6 inches. Then from this 6 inches, I'll connect it to this part. So this is the connection. So right now I'll cut it out from this 6 inches. Then on this side I have sleeve. You see, I already have the line. All I have to do is to cut it following the line. So this is the line. I'll just cut it following the line. So this is what we have on this dress. This is the dollma side, and this side is the sleeveless side. So with this opening, remember we come in by 6 inches. Okay, so as I've cut out one pieces now, all I have to do is to use this piece to cut another pieces. This is for the front bodies. I'll use this to cut another pieces for the back bodies. Okay, to sew this beautiful blouse, I've already cut out the pieces that I will use for my bias. Okay, I don't have bias of exactly this color, so I'm going to use the fabric to do the bias. So what I have to do now is, let's start from this side. I will join the shoulder, then I will hem the armhole, and I will join this side with 1 inch. Alright guys, I have hemmed so many places. I first join this shoulder line. This is shoulder line. I first join it, then I hem the shoulder, the armhole, I hem it. Then on the neckline, I also hem it with the pieces that I cut out, and I join this shoulder line also. This is the together sleeve. I also hem it. I hope you see how neat it is. So this is the neck, the look of the neck. There is nothing too serious on this blouse. If you know how to cut it, then the sewing is very simple. So I also hem the down part. I've sewn one side of it, and I will stitch it down. Look at this side. Look at the down part of this side. This is how it is. So this is the same thing that I'm going to do on this part. I'll go and stitch it down. So after that, I will now join this part. I'll join this part with 1 inch to the end. Then I'll also join this part. I'll also join this part with 1 inch. I have joined the two sides. I've joined this side, and I've also joined this side. And the sewing allowance, the 1 inch sewing allowance I have inside, I have to stitch it down where the drawstring will pass through. So I measured 17 inches, and I run a stitch from the end part down to this point where I'll pass through this drawstring. So let me show you the inside before. This is what it looks like. I have not ironed it. I will iron it down. This is what it looks like. So I'll pass through my rope with safety pin. So you draw it however you want it to be. So I'll take this out, and I'll turn the front. So this is what the front looked like. You see it? So you draw it to your taste, however you want it to be. You draw it that way. So guys, I will iron it out, then I will show you the final look of the dress.